7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid, thus thou mayst abhor the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely
Are you following me?
from sense of that springs in.
No, this is
There, yeah. You know what the craziest trip is in the world? When I hear the Pope talking and he sounds.
Dude, that was scary. My phone.
Inshallah, who cares? He's got to go study and open the Quran.
I really appreciate Diego's intellect. I appreciate his
Listen, Scarface, being on Clown House as a character actress isn't gonna take you anywhere, especially with some fucking loser dressed a jalopy that I saw at a gas station with an ex-wife that hates his fucking guts because he's a fucking loser, a Jew hater, a schizophrenic danger sufferer who's got a jackpot. Who the fuck are you kidding over here?
I'll tell you
Restrain the expression, shoot thy glance to pictures, darkling rude, discarding painful sight and stress. Even of this high consciousness, pierce to the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master, I revere thy radiance.
Like it or not, and your opinions might not be smarter than mine. Just think about it.
Why can't you even use it for the hose I have at home? Like that one.
Why'd you wait so long to show us that? Yeah, no kidding.
Why can't you even use it like that one?
Why'd you wait so long to show us that? Yeah, no kidding.
Have you tried to sell this? No, I haven't. The main reason why is because I've been focused on the fire. So
Oh, wait, let's stop.
Jeff, do you have anything else in your pockets? No, sir. No, I don't. This is a big deal. Let me put it on the table, Jeff. $1.25 million for 100% of your company.
I've never seen greed like that. That's unbelievable.
3-year employment agreement, so you're making $100,000 per year, 3 years minimum, and I think we're going to work together forever. Plus 7.5% royalty on everything sold.
If you accept that, Jeff, I want a moment of silence for what died in here today. That is ridiculous. 100%. You don't do 100% deals. That's crazy.
Between the two offers, Mark, I like your offer a lot better. I'll accept it. One smart man.
With the great specific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a well to live be bound to the one love of the prophet. Thought divinely free. From sense observe its entity. Watch every thought that spring enhance. Hour after hour, thy vigilance, intense and green, turned inward miss. No atom of analysis, sixth on one thought securely pinned. Still every whisper.
You know how they would put students on those calls to like call alumni and raise money? And I was raising this like thousands of dollars a year. And that's when I learned that you can lie to people very easily. You know, like I was calling Susie, who was like a former nurse. I would talk to her about nursing. And then if I was talking to a former teacher, I would talk to them about education. We did the same thing as before. The one said the age stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, but now it's like super high end.
The oneness is yet even this. My son, thou shalt not do.
Kind of tomorrow. I'm nervous.
That's cool.
If thou restrain
Oh my God, is that
shoot thy glance to raptures darkly, discarding name for sight and stress, even of this high consciousness. Pierce to the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master, I revere thy radiance that rolls afar. O brother of the silver star.
He's talking about that the feast days, the Sabbath, like much of the Old Testament essentially was a type and a shadow that ultimately pointed to Christ in reality. So, like the law itself, the law was an instructor. You're not under the law because the law was a tutor.
Allah dedim, güzel business dedim. Ben dedim boşuna dedim benzin pompasında çalışıyorum dedim. Ondan sonra geleyim dedim abi sizden dedim birlikte çalışayım.
Video where, well, it wasn't a video, it was an audio where QCD was basically saying like Diddy gave him the green light. Yeah. And anyway,
Bound by the self-will, corpse rigid, thus thou mayst abhor. The fidget bakes, the tears, the thought next. Let the breath rhythm be easy, regular, and slow. So
Tell this nigga get the fuck out of our ear, nigga. But yeah, they broke that shit down to a T.
well, you still gonna make us.
My bad. Yeah, that shit fucking you up, bro.
This was keeping birthdays or anywhere in the Bible where God told the Israelites to keep birthday.
I'm right away, dude. Absolutely ain't been God. But I'm straight from God. I understand. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. And I'm glad y'all understand me. I understand y'all. You know, I still love everybody. I just
Shut the hell up with that. That's what go.
hour after hour, thy vigilance, intense and keen, turned inward miss. No atom of analysis, six on one thought securely pinned. Still every whisper of the wind. So like a flame, straight and unstirred, burn up thy being in one word. Still that ecstasy prolong thy meditations deep and strong. Slaying even God's feet, distract thy attention from the chosen at last. All these things in one more power. Time at the midnight blossom flower. The oneness is yet even in this. My son, thou shalt not do.
where the hell is the law?
If thou restrain the expression, shoot thy glance to rapture's darkling root, discarding name
imagination gets entangled with the intellect, right? This is when we start suffering from memory and imagination. That's why the suffering, if one ain't going, your body, you know, of course your body can respond to shit because of cortisol. Nobody So what's hurting is the dissolution. What's hurting is the emotional connection to the thought. Like, I should have just let y'all fight, that's all.
There's 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 and 1 and 1 and 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Core frigid thus thou mayst the board, the fidget babes, the tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, sway softly as a well to live be bound to the one level of profound. Fifth, let the thought divine be free from sense, observance, entity. Watch every thought that springs in hands, hour after hour, thy vigilance. Intense and key turned inward, miss no atom of matter. Six on one thought, securely hid, still every whisper of the wind. So like a flame, straight and unstirred, burn up the being in one word. Still ecstasy prolonged, the meditation's deep and strong. Sleep even God should he distract thy attention from the chosen act. All these things in one time. At the midnight blossom flowers of the wasted. Yet even in this my sun goes down unto a man. These sounds bring me precious to the last rapture starring through. Dividing me from sight and sense, even in this consciousness.
The shadows will also be the longest move on that day. Make a shadow.
There are 7 keys to the great game, being 8 and 1 and 1. First, let the light be still, bound by the cerements of will. Core frigid thus thou mayst the board, the frigid babes, the tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Burn thy life pure and calm, face softly as a well to not be bound to the one love of the profound. Let the thought divinely free from sense of service and entity. Watch every thought that springs in hand.
Use of the word identity, as in I'm a lesbian Latina, with the mathematical or the Aristotelian definition of identity. If we confuse them all, we get nothing really.
No, Aristotle would say those are relations.
Aristotle would say what?
Correct, Diego? Did I understand that correctly? Like
Aristotle would say
when Norm said we don't want to confuse identity with modern understanding of identity.
Yes.
I'm a lesbian or I'm a Latina.
Lesbian Latina, yeah.
That would be relational, right?
No.
Would that be identity?
No, that's not relational.
No, I'm asking Diego based on the Aristotelian thing that I was trying to understand.
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to get through these 5 questions.
Okay, number 2. If, quote, in France is part of Simon's identity, would Simon cease to be Simon if he moved to Montreal and did the same work there? Since you both said it's not part of his identity.
Montreal
Wait.
is not my identity.
Okay, if not, what are you actually predicating when you say, quote, Simon now works in Canada, not France, end quote? What
There's
are
no
you actually...
necessary predicate to that statement.
Voila.
Simon, your answer?
My answer is voila.
Voila. Okay.
Or
Okay.
inshallah.
Which more or less means there it is, so check it out.
Are you okay with those answers, Diego?
Yeah, go ahead.
Answer. Number 3. Yesterday, Simon graded the same shot twice, and his second pass matched the reference frame more accurately than the first. When you say, quote, Simon's second grade was closer to the reference than his first, what are you predicating, if not a real relation of closeness between 2 grades and a third standard?
Did you say Graves?
Grade.
Oh, you're mixing a lot of different things there. So if something is closer to the original, that means it's more like the original form. So it's closer to the original identity. Needless to say, if you do a color grading of something, then you've changed it. So it to that extent, it's distant or removed from the original identity. So technically speaking, the what's the term? The color corrected version of something is not the original thing. We call it
But
color correcting.
Oh, what was the question?
Not that. Yesterday, Simon graded the same shot twice, and his second pass matched the reference frame more accurately than the first. When you say Simon's second grade was closer to the reference than his first, what are you predicating, if not a real relation of closeness between 2 grades and a third standard?
Simon, any answer to that?
The answer to that question is nothing.
Okay. Simon, you have anything for that?
Wait, sorry, hold on. I'm just finishing something.
Okay, number 4, Norm.
These are the last 2 questions.
2 colorists, Simon and Marie, are paid differently at the same Paris studio. When you say Simon earns less than Marie for the same project, what is the content of less than if you refuse to treat it as anything more than 2 isolated identity facts?
They aren't identity facts. They're compensation is not an identity fact. Separate from identity.
That one. All right, last question. Simon, any answer to that?
No.
Number 5, last year, by the way, you're not going to get the chat GPT, Simon, because you didn't answer the questions yet. Number 5, last year, Simon was completely unknown. This year, he works under contract with a major French studio. When you say Simon is now employed by that studio, is, quote, employed by reducible to his individual identity alone? Or does it name a genuine relation between Simon and another entity that your framework must be able to predicate?
It's not necessary to predicate it. You're merely stating a relation between Simon and the studio.
Simon and the
To
studio.
make a comparison, then the predicate is the original thing to which you're comparing it.
And the predicate is what?
If you make a comparison, then there's a relation between the new thing, the second thing, and the first. And the first is the basis or predicate of the comparison with the second thing in the relational statement.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the only question you answered.
Let's see here. Should be interesting. Your friend Simon is a moron. Norm is doing much better. No, I'm kidding. That's not the answer. It hasn't given me an answer yet.
I'm shocked.
Are you reading my diary? No, I'm kidding. I don't think. Of course, I don't think that. And who was ChatGPT? This is you do.
Simon!
Is it David? Hey, David. I'm not looking at the phone.
What's up, Norm?
Hey. Dude, I'm missing a film right now.
Norm, somebody got
Give a shit about our security.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
You know the Jewish girl
with
Bubbles, she got
no barrier
doxxed.
in a suburban neighborhood.
I don't know.
I feel bad for her.
Drugs.
I'm missing the new
Buttercup, sorry, Bubblecup. Yeah, Buttercup, yeah.
I already knew that.
I feel bad for her. Like, she came into your... well, because I'm sure she's a nice person in real life, you know. Nobody deserves to be
I don't
doxxed.
think she is. No, there's something wrong there.
I mean, she's wrong. I agree with you, but, you know...
No, I don't just mean that she's wrong. I think there's something wrong in the kepi up there, in the cabeza.
Why? Because she doesn't think Palestinians should be killed.
Nobody thinks Palestinians should be killed.
Who says
So
that?
the answer
I
to
don't
your
think
question is no.
Palestinians should be killed either.
Nobody thinks they should be killed.
There's just a difference between like who we put the moral blame on why they're dying. There's just a difference between that.
Yeah, it's
one point.
It's the fault of Hamas that they're dying, not the fault of Israel.
It's
So,
irrelevant
the way-
if they
the-
target practice on
you
children's
could say,
heads. Like, that is not
Based on
a moral question.
Hamas's statements, Hamas thinks the Palestinians should die. Actually, they've said it many times. They want them to be shaheeds, and they're constantly talking about it.
With all due respect,
I beg your pardon? You don't have to speak Arabic.
A shaheed
You don't
and a
have to
shaheed.
speak it to translate.
You just
Literally,
said an Arabic term.
children pushing.
A shaheed. I mean,
I don't have to
Simon
speak
made.
Arabic to know what shaheed means.
Okay, what does
It
shaheed
means
mean?
martyr. It's not a complicated. You act
No,
like this.
a shaheed.
Yes.
A shaheed means a witness, and in Islamic,
Oh, please.
yes, that's
No,
literally.
dude, this is true.
Oh, please. Please. You're a bullshitter. Come on.
And in the Islamic,
Please. Let's not go down to.
Norm is a New Yorker. He knows BS when it's
and in the Islamic paradigm, a shaheed can be a woman
The
that dies in
paradigm.
labor. Yeah, what a shaheed is.
Okay,
It
let's
can be a
why don't
woman
we
who
ask Gaia?
dies.
Well, hang
It's a
on.
question of identity.
What does shaheed mean in Arabic? Okay, I'm going to ask Gaia.
Here we go.
We'll
Ask it also etymologically.
No, not
linguistically.
I didn't ask.
You should ask Rock.
It literally means
We could
witness.
ask that too.
Can I get a witness?
Listen carefully. In the Islamic context, shaheed, listen, shaheed means martyr. Are you listening? Referring to someone who dies for their faith or principle, symbolizing honor and sacrifice, with roots in the same Arab word as testimony and witnessing. It's a popular masculine name in communities reflecting courage and devotion.
Here we go.
Okay.
Martyr,
so-
martyr, a deeper religious meaning, especially in Islam. So
Wait,
don't
so
pretend that words. Don't pretend that up is down and left is right.
Okay.
Wait,
Again,
so if a Palestinian puts a bomb on their
Again,
chest and they blow
again.
themselves up, that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. Up is
Again.
over and that's...
Lying. You can't
Again.
meditate on.
Again.
Up is down, black is white, right is wrong.
Let's move on.
Everything
No,
over the guy.
let's be very clear. When you burn
Okay.
somebody to death, they are a shaheed. So when you're
program the
Islamic
others
bomb,
and
Well,
burn
what happens when you
children,
blow yourself up?
Fucking
They're-
call
You're a
drove
shaheed.
us
They're
and
not
very
bad.
And when you sacrifice the women and children,
No,
resistance,
and when
you
you
make them shaheed.
when
And
you
there are
die
many
in
quotes on it.
labor,
dangerous.
There are many
Yeah,
quotes on it.
and when a young kid blows himself
When you
up and
die-
the
you
VA
die in
gives them
labor,
money,
when you
No,
die
when the
in
VA
labor,
gives them money,
you're a
their family
shaheed.
money for
When you
sacrificing.
die
And by the
from
way,
raising
it
your
is
shaheed.
Hamas that's calling the shaheed, not me. It is Hamas who are saying that the women and children must die for our cause.
That is
They say it
not
all
what a
the time.
shaheed is. That it's
Well,
not, it's not.
I'm sorry, but that's what they are
When you-
using it for, not
After
me.
you after
quoting
you
them.
They're saying it. They're saying
Argue
it.
with Hamas.
Contact the messenger.
Argue with
After-
Hamas. Don't argue with
after
me.
you
I'm not the
kill
one saying it.
somebody, after you kill somebody,
Mhm.
made them a shaheed. You have burned them. You have killed
And when
them.
somebody
You have made them a shaheed.
and when
They're
somebody
not
blows
sacrificing.
themselves up,
That is
what
not-
are
that's-
they?
That is not what the Palestinians are doing.
What?
You
Yes,
are-
Well,
it is.
no,
You're blowing. You're
we
blowing
have
them up.
multiple examples of,
Hamas is shooting them as they're trying to flee the war zone.
and we have multiple examples of people blowing themselves up on buses. I mean, and they yell Allah Akbar. You know, that's not good. That's not nice.
They literally call out God's name as they take their own lives and the lives of others. That's not ambiguous. I didn't make that up.
And then when that happens, then the PA and Hamas gives their family money. That's not nice.
That's not nice.
That's not nice.
That's how you know David is Israeli. He put the hard thought on it.
Yeah, he's a Jew. A gay Jew. Okay, did you get your answers?
Hey, that's not nice, Princess. He's not gay.
I'm a Zionist. I'm not gay. I'm a Zionist.
He's like a barnacle
We
on
have
Norm's
AI.
house.
It literally said it means
AI, what is needed?
It's not nice, Scarface. David's not gay. David, are you gay? Scarface said you're gay.
I've had 2 amazing lunches
Okay,
with Norm.
okay, Miss.
It was a good time. So yeah.
Okay, Mr.
What is a shaheed? I'm asking Grok.
A shaheed is a martyr. When Princessia did her elevator shaft attack and she was screaming out jihad, she was planning to die a martyr's death.
Primary meaning religious martyr.
Here we go.
A deeper religious meaning, especially in Islam, for someone who sacrifices their life for God or a just cause, akin to the Greek martyr. Is there any question?
It means witness. It literally comes from the witness.
The root is witness. The meaning is martyr.
But what is witness? You're witnessing an injustice. That is where.
Oh, here we go with the extended sentence. Here we go.
Even in
You
Catholic
can
theology.
witness an injustice without dying.
She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it.
To be the witness.
She doesn't listen to anything. She just talks.
Suicide is not permitted in Islamic theology.
Well, they do it all the time, apparently.
So they're not
I agree
killing
with
them.
you.
They are
These people are not Muslim. They are perverting Islam. You're right.
No,
Yes.
they're being
Yes.
killed. They're being
No,
killed.
they're killing
They're not killing them.
God, I agree with El Normo. Put it to the survey, everybody. Put a 1 in the chat if you think El Normo is correct, or put a 2 in the chat if you think Princessia and her Nazi husband Diego are correct. 1 for Norm, 2 for Princessia and Diego. I'm putting a. Oops, I'm at a 2.
And then you call yourself a shaheed, you're a sick person, you're a bad Muslim, and that's what they do.
Exactly, and you know these young kids who are throwing rocks at IDF soldiers.
Oh my god!
I mean,
oh my god!
but if I threw a rock at you, wouldn't you want me to go to prison?
A rock. God forbid, they threw a rock.
Well, you know, a rock can do a lot of damage. A rock can do a lot of damage.
On you, David, wouldn't you want me to go to hell?
If you assault an armed person, you're committing suicide. And that's anti-Islam.
I mean, okay, so like, yeah, I don't care if the kid is like 10 years old or 50 years old. If you throw a rock at a soldier,
Wow, you're a piece of shit.
that's it's a lethal weapon.
Piece of shit, just a
You're-
fact.
You're a piece of shit, Princessia. You're projecting, Scarface. Stop being ad hominem, Scarface.
Throwing a rock, someone, a 10-year-old throwing a rock, that's what he is.
I don't know how old they are. They could be 16.
Like the fact that he's like, I don't care if a 10-year-old throws a rock, like he should
Who
die.
said that?
Like,
Nobody said I
but
don't
nobody's
care.
saying
I
that.
think they've been badly raised. I think
David
their parents
really
should go to
said.
jail. I think their parents should
They
go
are
to
in
jail.
jail. It's a giant air.
Well, they're not in jail until we go and find them and jail them.
They're already in jail.
No, they're not
They're
already in
prison.
jail.
It's a giant
They're
prison.
raising children to kill themselves. They're bad Muslims. I would say they're not Muslims. They're apostates. I'd say they're Amalek.
You're disgusting.
Why am I disgusting? I'm telling you the truth. If you raise your children to commit suicide, you are Amalek.
You're triggering me. Stop talking to me.
It's